Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. Yeah, Bonk continues to hold just above support. We had a small reaction to support yesterday. Want to share with you my perspectives on this chart and why I find it quite interesting to follow, even though it's just a meme coin. But I don't care if it is a meme coin or something else, if it has the greatest technology or whatever. As long as we have a structure we can track, and as long as we have levels that are being respected, it makes sense to follow a chart like that because it can give us potentially interesting setups. So let's take a look at the chart here. First of all, on the 4-hour chart, I still see this as potentially a 5-wave move up. Okay, potential 5-wave move to the upside, which could have topped here in wave 1, and that's sort of at the moment my base case. In this scenario, we have 5 waves up in wave 1, and we're tracking a wave 2 to the downside. A wave, B wave, C wave. This is what makes sort of sense to me. Yeah. In this scenario, however, we are now in a B wave and the C wave down should still happen. If this was already wave 2, it's basically very, very shallow and a bit unreliable. I thought about an alternative because I thought about, okay, what can I really see this as wave 2 complete if this just keeps going? I thought about maybe I need to reinterpret this, and maybe this is only a wave 3 top. This here is a wave 4. And if it forms one more high in the white wave structure here, then this would be a wave 5. Okay, it's just something I'm starting to think about that I want to make you aware of. So I'm just high because this is so shallow for a wave. I mean, again, you know, it's like 80% pullback or something, 75% price. But on the log chart, yeah, it is extremely shallow. So starting to think this could be a valid alternative, okay? If we form 5 waves to the upside, it will just warn us that after this additional high, if one is made, it's not going to escalate to the moon straight away, which kind of makes sense because it's probably not going to do that. But it might still form a 5th wave to the upside. I mean, that would still mean, let's assume it, even if it goes above the previous all-time high, I mean, from here, that would still be like 120%, and then probably a little higher, 200%, whatever. But that might just be a wave 5. So I'm just highlighting that. Starting to need to see a little bit more price action to maybe get comfortable with that idea. But until then, we're just tracking the structures as they develop. We're currently holding above micro support. So in the primary scenario, the idea is that an A wave bottomed. We're now in a B wave, and the C wave down could still follow afterwards. The idea that we are now in a B wave is primary because, as I said, for a wave 2, it's a little bit too shallow. But yeah, I mean, in the alternative, it could have bottomed already. And if that's a wave 2 or a wave 4, it doesn't matter so much at the moment. For that purpose, you know, if anybody wanted to follow that idea, I provided a support area for that already. The price reacted to it. And we'll see if it keeps going. But for now, even if it keeps going higher, and I expect it will go higher as long as the support is holding, I see this only as a B wave. So the idea is that, yes, in wave B, we have an A wave top, possibly B wave low. I mean, maybe the B wave is still unfolding, we'll see, but then we could go up and see. And I continue to see it that way as long as the price is above this orange support area, which ends at here 0.0000107734. If we see, however, more than just 3 waves up, instead we see a wave 4 and 5 as well, yep, then we know this is something directly more bullish, and in the current wave pattern, we should not expect a C wave down because a B wave is a 3-wave move, not a 5-wave move. That's what we are watching for. So in summary, I'm still watching for higher from here as long as the support level is holding. Wouldn't be surprised if we go lower. I would expect that anyway eventually. But in the short term, as long as micro support is holding, it seems reasonable to watch for higher prices. Yeah, and if we get one more high in the C wave, it might reach the area around that 100% extension level there at 0.0000231851. There is also a wider resistance area here that we have on the chart between 188.255 and, skipping all the zeros here, 268.503. They are sort of the key parameters to watch. If we break above resistance and form 5 waves, then we have to say that a low established here, and this is not an ABC, but instead another impulse to the upside. Then we have to deal with the question, oh, was this a wave 2 low or just a wave 4 low? And I think the way this is going right now, I might then start to prefer this was just a wave 4. This is a wave 5, but it will depend on the wider market as well. Would need to think about that again, look at the structure and so on. Yeah, so that means in the short term, we can still focus on higher against the orange micro support area. And if that starts to break, we've got the key structural support here at this red line. That's at 95007 roughly. And if that breaks finally, we can look forward to the price probably getting there down here to round about the 38.2 retracement. That's my update about Bonk. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.